Hello and welcome back to the Project Hercules Diaries. As it is Halloween, it will be a guillotine special. Not the French guillotine that chops people's heads off, but this guillotine is one that came up from, I think it was John Lane's deceased estate, and Bob gave it to me. So it's going to come in very useful, as you'll see in a few moments. So not a safety guard in sight, just how I like it. Now, why would you give me a guillotine like that? Well, it's been on the floor of the garage for quite a while, and I decided that it was time to get it properly set up in a space it could be used and really hauled upon. So I've put it on the cabinet that holds all the stuff for the Bridgeport mill. Back to the earlier question, why would you give me a guillotine? Well, I suppose it's like Del Boy's divers watches, isn't it? Now you know I've got two divers watches. Exactly that. Bob has an even bigger guillotine already set up in the other shed. So we've now got one each and they're both set up. Then we're going to need those because the next job we want to contemplate is making a battery box. Now the two batteries here will be in the bike in sort of that orientation, one on top of the other, with the rear of the bike facing my finger. You're looking at the front of the bike, and there's a big post that comes down here that becomes the top frame rail. So the two buzz bars across there and across there will be either side of the post, so they'll be clear of everything metal. And I'm kind of, as there's so much energy here, I'm reluctant to make a box that covers these buzz bars, because even with good insulation material, anything made of metal has got the risk of shorting the batteries, and being lithium ion, they can catch fire if you're not careful and treat them with respect. So what I'm planning to do is to make a box where if you like, that this will just drop into, but to stop them being able to fall out of the box, being lifted out, the bottom side of the box will have a lip that just goes into there, that part of the battery. So the idea would be, if you can imagine this, it's a square box with no lid, no top on it, but it has got a bottom. You drop the first battery in and you pull it down so that the side here has got a rolled lip that fits snugly into there, and that means you can't lift that battery back out again, which leaves just enough room to put this battery into the box. And the thing that stops this battery being withdrawn is the buzz bar that you would bolt in place after that. That is the plan, so each battery secures the other battery. In order to make this, I could draw it in CAD, measure it, get it laser cut, and then use the folder and then weld the sides on. That would look quite smart, but I'm going to go old school on this. I've got some quite thin, quite rusty, look at me funny and I'll cut your hands and give you tetanus type sheet. So I'm going to try and use tin snips and a guillotine to cut this out of the sheet. I'm going to use the folder and weld some sides on and see if I can fabricate an electrics box. Now I've done a bit of fold practice, so the folder seems to be working well. I've got the measure of where that is, and with the following wind, you know, that should be a similar size, the right size for the batteries. So that's where we're at the moment. Once that's all been done, obviously it'll need to be linished up to take the rust off and give it the right level of patina that matches the rest of the bike. That is the plan. So that's exactly where we're at. Conscious it's been a while since the last update, but there have been a few things going on in life outside of the garage which I've had to attend to. In the next week or two, hopefully normal service will be resumed and we can crack on with the project. As usual, thank you for watching. More updates will follow.